Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oakland Raiders. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there at 22. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Carr. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Give. This is Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Go. Get set. I got him, man. He's mine. Go.
Carr gives to Richard. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Go. Get set. Hey, 7:34.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Ellis busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now he's going to throw deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Getting the ball is Cook, right left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They're going to look to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And Cook has it left side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriots.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run. Murray. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Switzer now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
6:37. 8:08.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Switzer now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Carr to throw on second down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
7:34.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Deuce right, Chief. 808.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Again, it's Carr. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 50. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first, here's Washington. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact. To force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Taken in at the 22. Back now in the East Bay as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Carr. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They pitch it out to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Back to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bruce Irvin, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got more time. Complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Here's a give to Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. A big play there. Carr to Cooper, 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Sheldon Richardson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side, able to get a hand in. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. the 17. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Running for it, here's Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with time running out, and the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first.
He's got a man, complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Hey, 29.
To throw his car. Over the middle, Cooper with it. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First throw of overtime for Carr. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here we go now.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown.